Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where I give you some simple ideas that are healthy options for you and your family. So I know that everybody's all cooped up and we're all tired of whatever we've been making. We've probably made a ton of spaghetti and I get it. We don't eat spaghetti at my house, but sometimes it's hard to come up with creative ideas that are actually still healthy for our families. So today we are going to be making low-carb loaded burger bowls. Now this is a recipe from delish.com. I find stuff everywhere. It's kind of awesome. And I have to admit, the best part is it's only a few ingredients, because otherwise I wouldn't be making it. So super simple. I've already preheated my oven to 400. It just beeped at me and said, hey, we're ready. I've also already sprayed a muffin tin with some pan spray. Now we use the olive oil, and even though the downside to spray is that it's also got some stuff in it to make it aerosol that I'm not a fan of, but it's a little easier than actually having to grease these. So these are ready to go. The next thing I'm gonna do is I've already cooked I use turkey bacon. Now you could use whatever you want. I tend to use the uncured option, the Columbus uncured bacon from Costco, the turkey bacon, just because uncured just means it doesn't have nitrates and nitrites. Those are preservatives that tend to be a little bit carcinogenic. So you can use what you want, but I've already cooked it, and it says to crumble it, but unfortunately turkey bacon doesn't crumble so easy. So if you cook it to a crisp, it's actually kind of gross. Anyway, so I just used some kitchen shears. I'm gonna add to that some cheese. Now, I'm gonna tell you I'm making a fourth of a batch because the original recipe calls for 2 pounds of burger, and I really don't need that much right now in my household. So it's pretty easy to sit down and figure out what, half and then half it again, and that's what we're doing. So I've made half a batch this morning to show you what they're gonna look like, and I'm gonna make, half. I'm gonna make a half of a half. So I made a quarter of a batch this morning. We're gonna make a second quarter of a batch. So actually I used 2 pieces of turkey bacon and only about a half a cup of cheese. You might not even need that. The original recipe calls for a lot more, but that's okay. You're just gonna kind of eyeball it anyway. And I'm gonna mix up those together because those are gonna go in before I bake them. I'm just gonna stir those up just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take a half a pound of ground beef. Now this is 10%. We don't tend to use anything higher than that at my house, but you can also use any percent, right? 4%. You could use ground turkey if you wanted to. You can even use ground chicken if that's something that you prefer. The nice thing is it's really easy to switch it out if you need to. Okay, so I'm gonna season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. That's about it for the burger. And then I'm just gonna mash it up, right, to get the seasonings in there. Might add just a little bit more as I go. And then I'm gonna actually make little cups in the muffin tin that we'll add our little mixture of cheese and bacon to. So again, super simple. The best part is you can add whatever toppings you would like. So, all right, I'm gonna add just a little bit more, just to make sure that I get a little bit of seasoning. It doesn't have to be crazy. And notice we're not adding anything super expensive or crazy or different or unique, I guess you could say. It's all probably stuff you already have in your kitchen. Okay, so that's ready to go. I'm gonna break these into 3. That's all the quarter of the batch is gonna make, because the full amount, if you're using the 2 pounds of ground beef, is gonna make a total of 12. So that way you can kind of figure out how much you really need depending on the size of your family. Okay, super simple. You could get the kids to help you with this. They'll probably think it's super fun. I'm just gonna divide this into 3. I'm gonna press it into my little muffin tin. Super cute. Again, super easy as well. You could add other stuff. You know, add some green peppers, some mushrooms. I know, I hear your kids going, ew. Didn't like those either as a kid. Love them now. Okay, so I'm gonna put all 3 in there. And just, try to make sure that it's evenly pressed in. You don't want one side to be super thin because it'll bake faster. And you do want them to bake all the way through. But again, look how quickly this is going. Super simple. Just kind of make kind of an Easter nest since it's Easter tomorrow. Okay, to that I'm gonna press in a little bit, just whatever I can fit in there, and push into it some of the bacon and cheese mixture. Now I'm using Colby Jack. You can use cheddar, whatever you want. Whatever is your favorite is totally fine. So I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna throw it in the oven to bake for about 15 minutes is about all it needs. Okay. So finish that up, and actually I'll finish that when I'm done. Let me just show you what they're gonna look like. Let me wash my hands. The time of year and the situation for that. Wash my hands super well. All right, so here's what they're gonna look like, and then let me show you what you're gonna do with them when you're done. So they're just super cute. And the great thing is they're already pre-portioned out because you've made them in their own little portions. So they turned out super cute. They smell good. On top of those, you can add all kinds of stuff. I'm actually gonna throw a little bit of chives, and I have some Walden Farms bacon ranch, which, this is kind of how I feel about it. It's okay. So I'm gonna just add just a smidgen of that. I also have some no sugar added Heinz ketchup. I know Walden Farms also makes that. So does G. Hughes, which is probably my favorite brand. Walmart even started carrying a lot of those options. So I'm just gonna drizzle just a little bit of ranch. And of course, this is low calorie, low everything. My only concern about Walden Farms is a lot of their stuff doesn't taste super fabulous. And why use it if it doesn't taste good? So, understandably, use what you choose to use. But you could also add some pickles if that's something that you like to do. Whatever that you like on your burgers. So there you go. That's it. That's all there is to it. It was super, super simple, right? You can make a full batch. You can also even make them up and put them away and take them with you to work, to whatever you got going on if you're still considered essential. Something that's super easy to take with you and reheat once you get back to work. So I hope that I find you all healthy and well and doing well. Please make sure that you're also doing good for yourself emotionally and mentally, because that is every bit as important as it is to be physically healthy, because they just have to play well together in order for you to be your best you. So have an incredible weekend, you guys. I will post the full recipe down below, and I'll see you next weekend. Have a great one, guys. Stay healthy, my friends.